Let's finish it.
Yeah. Ay, coming in, yeah. Flex, I just wanna win, yeah. LABB, who we running with, yeah. 2233, I'm on 10 again, yeah. State your name.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of The Closing Pitch. My name is David Berkby, and this is a show about culture, people, and how to create a winning lifestyle. Guys, it is a beautiful Friday here in St. Louis. The sun is out. It's about 85 degrees. I'm planning on getting outside later, doing a little grilling, but before I do that, I wanted to come live to you with my first ever solo episode. And I want to talk today about a phrase that really bugs me. It irritates me. It drives me insane when I hear coaches or players, especially players, say this. And it's the term "I can't." And you hear it all the time, whether it's a situation or a drill or a game or whatever it might be. You hear it all the time out of players' mouths. And I immediately stop them. I stop them dead in the tracks. And I normally end up going on a rant and probably talking longer than I should. And the player ends up probably tuning me out. But I'm so passionate about it because I don't believe in that word. I don't believe in that phrase. I don't think that phrase does any good for you at all whatsoever. And I want to talk a little bit about it because I think that the minute you start saying "I can't" or "I can't do this" or "I won't do this," and it's really "I won't," but the minute you start saying it, it becomes contagious. It's something that will literally trickle over into every other aspect of your life. You're going to start hearing yourself saying it over and over and over again. And I always think about it this way, guys. Think about all the missed opportunities that you're going to have in the future. So let's dive into this a little bit. And I want you to think back to a situation, maybe you're working with a coach or, maybe you're just with your friends or in everyday life and a situation occurs and something's asked, somebody asks you to do something and you start saying, well, I can't do that. No, I can't do it. Right? Understand what you're doing. You are literally shutting down an opportunity. You don't know what that opportunity might lead you to. You don't know where that might take you. And quite frankly, you're becoming a weaker person for that. And here's what I'm saying. When an opportunity comes to you guys, maybe it might be hard. Maybe it might look challenging. Maybe it might be something that you've never, ever done before in your life. And the easy thing to say in that situation would be, well, I can't do that. No. I'm good. Give it to someone else. Do it, pass it along. When you start doing that, it has some negative outcomes to it, in my opinion. It will one, like I said before, make it very, very easy to quit things in the future. Make it very, very easy to turn things away. It will make it easy to just basically do the easy things. And trust me when I say this, that will get you absolutely nowhere. If you have dreams, aspirations, if you have goals in mind about where you want to get to with your baseball game, your softball game, your life, or, just certain things, saying "I can't" or "I won't" will not get you there. It is a roadblock. It is a stop. You are hitting the brakes on your future right then and there. I also think that if you're that person who's saying that over and over, I think you're going to limit the amount of people who want to be around you as well. I know that I work in an environment where I can promise you we don't say that. The Tiger program since day one has been built on us not saying "I can't." Okay? Whenever a situation comes up, and we're around our staff, and maybe it's something that's really, really difficult. Maybe it's something that's time-consuming, challenging, something that literally we've never even tried before, but it's presented to us. The easy thing would be to shut it down, right? The hard thing would be to dig in, literally, dive into that situation and try to come up with, something, a solution, something that's going to help that situation. Maybe it's going to take a long time. But that's really, really important to say, okay, let's try it. I can, I will, let's go for it, because that will open up doors. That will open up opportunities. And I can't tell you how many times over and over and over again that we've said, I can, I will. And it's just created so many new avenues for our business, for our club, for our players. And that is something that is what I believe has accumulated over time and become very, very important and honestly an integral part of our success. And then I can talk personally on myself and, because I think everybody gets stuck in that area where they certainly start shutting down ideas very quickly. If it's hard, shut it down. If it's difficult, shut it down, because it's not the easy route in life. I can personally say this, and I mentioned it in a previous episode, that when I started to kind of say I can, I will to whatever was presented to me in the business sense, I transformed myself to become a much stronger individual. I started gaining skills. I started gaining different assets and basically grew as an individual exponentially. And that has taken me to areas where I never thought I would get to inside my own business. And it's helped me become a better coach. It's helped me become a better person. It's helped me become just a more valuable person to the company, to the club. And I would have never got there if I would have literally just shut down something that I was fearful of, that I was scared of, etc. And I want to tell a little story. I don't know if you've seen this before, but it's a viral YouTube video, and I believe this encompasses this topic very well. It is a video that's entitled "The Death Crawl Scene from Facing the Giants." And I've never seen this movie, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad. But the scene it's the end of a practice, a high school football practice. And it's before Friday night, and, the players start talking about this big team that they're about to face, big challenge in front of them. And basically one guy is like, well, we can't win. We can't do that. No way we're going to beat them. They're too good. And the coach kind of stops him in his tracks. And the coach asks him and another player to come up, and they're in their pads. And he says, okay, Brock, you are going to do this death crawl, which is a bear crawl. So if any of you don't know what that is, that's when you get on your hands and your feet, and you're basically going to crawl across the field or however far you go. If you played football in high school, you know this very well. It was generally some of that conditioning that happened at the end that you never really loved. Except this one, he has another player hop on the back of that football guy, okay? And he's got to carry that guy while doing a bear crawl. 140-pound guy, okay? So you can imagine how hard this is. And the coach asks him to give him his very best. And the player goes, okay, well, I could probably get 20 yards, 30 yards. And he goes, no, I don't care about that. I want your very best. I want your personal best. And he says, I'm going to add one more thing to it. I'm going to blindfold you, because all I want you to worry about is giving me your personal best. So he blindfolds a player. The other player jumps on that player's back, and they begin this bear crawl. And you can imagine it's very tough. It's hot out. It's hard. And the coach keeps pushing him and talking to him. And multiple times within that bear crawl, that player wanted to quit. He said it verbally. He said, I can't do this. There's no way I can keep going. My arms are burning. This hurts. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I can't. And the coach kept talking to him over and over and over again, saying, yes, you can. You keep giving me your best. You keep giving me your best. And the player, granted, at this point in time, has zero idea how long he's gone or how far he's crawled. All he knows is that he's exhausted on the brink of falling. And the coach keeps on him. And long story short, he bear crawled the entire length of the field, 100 yards, something that he as a player never thought he could possibly do. Now, I know this is a movie, okay? And I know this is a situation that maybe can seem far-fetched, but I want to take a lesson from this. When you get, a situation brought up to you that looks extremely challenging, like what that situation was, it's very easy for your mind and for you to say, I can't do that. But what I don't think you understand is that there is so much more that you are capable of that you have no idea. No idea. You can do so much more that you don't believe you are. capable of doing. And that's a phrase that's easy to say and hard to do. But I want you guys to understand that if you want to chase this dream of being a professional baseball player or softball player, chase it. If you think that, if you want to become some guy in life or some person in life that is extremely successful and you think that it's going to be so hard and that you can't do it and that you're in a part of your life where there's no way you're capable of doing it, you can do that. I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker, but what I'm trying to be here is literally that voice and that person that's saying, if you put in that work, if you put in that sweat equity, that time, you can absolutely accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. And I don't think that's said enough or often. I think too often people are given the easy way out instead of literally saying, okay, here's that problem. Here's that situation. It looks really tough. It looks like it might be hard, but I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go win. And I have coached literally so many players that have taken that type of an approach and gotten to places where they never thought they could possibly get. Never. And I'm a firm believer that will carry on and translate into any other area that you want it to get to. It's that simple. It's not simple. I'm sorry. Let me step back. It's not simple. It's very, very, very difficult. But I promise you this, if that is something that you're willing to take on and fight, and trust me, you're going to fight that little I can't guy in your head every day. There's not one day that I wake up where I'm not faced with a situation where it's so easy for me to say I can't or I won't do that. But I promise you, if you continue to kind of tell that guy to shut up and just go forward and be like, all right, let me tackle this situation. Let me try it. Because what's the worst thing that can happen? You fail? Okay. You fail all the time. I fail all the time. And that's okay because I'm going to learn from it. And then I'm going to try it again. And I'm going to keep trying it. And then I'm going to keep trying. And I'm going to win because that's what I'm about. Okay. And I know that that's what the most successful players that I've ever been around are about as well. And that is something that encompasses this show, this podcast. We talk about culture, people, and how to create a winning lifestyle. I am a firm believer that if you want to create a winning lifestyle for yourself, the I can'ts and the I won'ts of the world cannot exist. They cannot exist, guys. So I hope, I'm not going to keep talking about this topic. I hope you found some value in that. Please, guys, if you can, follow us. Make sure that you leave a 5-star rating, preferably. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or on Anchor. You can leave us a message on Anchor. It's pretty cool. I'd love to hear from you guys. Again, you can find us on social media. Our handles are out there. Message us, leave us a comment, or just if you have a question about the show, please feel free to reach out and send it to us. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully Spiker will be back next time. And until then, see you guys.
Big bags coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB who we running with. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3. I'm on 10.